Students, we have 2 pages of notes today, and it's all going to be an introduction to integers. We're going to start with the integer number line, and you should have glued into your notebook this form here, this cutout, and we slide down, and the other one should be here, and you're not going to have room for all of it, so you're really going to have to like fold it over like this, okay? So let's get back to the top here, and then I'll show the second page when it's time for the second page. Let us begin with horizontal number lines. So I'm going to open this all the way up, and we're going to label this -10 to +10 on our number line, starting here. -10, -9, -8, -7, -6, -5, -4, -3, -2, and 1. And then on the other side, we're going to label this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and over here, 10. Okay? Now in the top right hand corner, let's put that as the things go to the right, these numbers, they get larger. So we're going to put larger up here. And over here on the left, as we go to the left on the number line, they get smaller. Now, everything here over and continuing on and on, as you see the arrow means it goes on forever infinitely. Everything there includes negative integers. Negative integers. And everything to the right includes all positive integers to the right of 0. Okay? And then this arrow is pointing down from 0 because this number right here, this number of 0, this integer is not positive and it's not negative. Integer that is not positive nor negative. Okay? Now let's go down to, I'm going to close this back up here. We have horizontal number line listed. And let's go down to this number line that is vertical. And down here I have this showing that it says vertical number line. Okay? And I drew a line this way. And this is just folded up like this. Let's go back up to here. So, on the vertical number line, going upwards, or we could say north, right? These are larger. All right. And if I slide this on up here and go to the bottom, then this right here, these are smaller. Now let's go ahead and number this number line. We'll go from the top down this time, starting with +10. All right. So we have 10 at the top, counting down 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then here's 0, and then after that we have negatives, starting with -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8. Let me flip it up here so you can see the rest. -9 and -10. But this arrow tells you this goes on infinitely this way, and that's the same for the arrow on this side. It shows you that the numbers go on forever the other way. Now, if I were to draw an arrow from, let's pick a positive 4 here, okay? Positive 4. And let's go down to negative 4, and I'm going to draw an arrow out from that just so we can look at these. If you notice, the positive 4 is 4 places from 0, a distance of 4. The negative 4 is also 4 spots from 0. So, as far as distance goes, when you have two numbers the same distance from 0, but one's positive and one's negative, these are known as opposites. Okay? Now I'm going to fold this back up and scoot up here. Let's just make a couple little notes. Off to the side, I want you to write the word integers. Okay? Integers. So integers are whole numbers. That are positive comma negative and 0. All right, now let's go to the next page. On your next page, you should have already glued in, for 2-1, understand integers, opposite and absolute value with a little cut down the middle so that when I open this up, it opens up like a nice little booklet, okay? So let's start with some of the meanings, and then we'll give some examples. Opposites are numbers that are located on the opposite, keyword opposite, side of 0 and the same distance from 0. The sum means add, guys, of two opposites is 0. So if I had, like our example on the last page, negative 4 plus 4, those combine to give me 0. All right? Now, let's look at just a couple of examples over here with the number line. Okay? Let's say 2 and negative 2, there's negative 2 and 2, are opposite. And let's pick another example. Let's go with negative 5 and 5. Negative 5 and 5 are opposite. So there's just some examples. Now let's go down to this next part. Okay, on this next one, you see there's two blanks. It's because it's for two words. The absolute value of a number is its distance. Like we were talking about with distance from 0 on a number line. So distance is, we can say it backwards, absolute value. And distance is, let's put a little star down here, always positive. Doesn't mean you're not going to have negative numbers, but if you're referring to distance, it's positive. Okay, so let's look at these examples. Okay, so the absolute value symbol is this line right here on either side. So the absolute value of negative 5, well, negative 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from 0, so it's positive 5. The absolute value of 2 is still 1, 2. It's still positive because it's distance. Absolute value of 4 is also 4. And the absolute value of negative 3, it's still positive. It's a distance of 3 from 0.